Hello everybody. There has been some questions from students, especially in Sec 3, asking me why some of them are learning about atomic structure in a different way compared with their friends in other schools. Now, have your teachers been teaching you the wrong thing? No, they haven't. So what happens over here is this. This has got to do with whether you're covering Sec 3 as an O-level student or perhaps you're from an IP school. What happens is for O-level students, your atomic structure that you need to know will actually be covered very much like what we call the Rutherford's model, where you have a shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell, and then the maximum number of electrons accommodated at each shell depends on the formula 2n squared when n equals to the shell number. And that's all there is to it. So the regular dot cross diagram can be quite easily drawn, and it's exactly that. So if you're covering Sec 3 and 4 at O levels, then this is the same model of the atomic structure that you'll be using all the way to Sec 4. Now, those of you who have happened to see something that's a little bit different, you probably are covering Sec 3 under an IP scheme. All right, if you're covering it under an IP scheme, there's that trend that most or almost all the IP schools are actually covering atomic structure at Sec 3 based on the A-level chemistry chapter of atomic structure. Now, please take note, they don't teach you the full thing at Sec 3, but they do use Sec 3 chemistry as an opportunity to introduce you to a newer, more advanced model known as the Bohr's model. Bohr's model is a more drilled down, a more detailed version of atomic structure. It's not really very different from Rutherford's model because it was built on Rutherford's model. Remember, Rutherford and Bohr, they were students and teachers to each other, okay? So Rutherford was the teacher, Bohr was his student. So this is an improved, amended version, a newer version, okay, of Rutherford's model, and it gives you details and it gives you reasons to how and why transition metals behave the way that they do, which makes them slightly different from the metals and the elements under fixed group numbers. Okay, that's only one of the many ways that we can use the Bohr's model. So the Bohr's model basically is covered under A-level chemistry year 1, but what you learn at Sec 3 is not the full thing. And it basically talks about the arrangement of electrons on the various electron shells in order of increasing energy levels, and we talk about the SPDF suborbitals and how the electrons are arranged in all these things, which is a much more in-depth version and a very different idea from what Rutherford's very rudimentary model actually is. So I hope you are a little bit more enlightened now, and I hope you're less confused. Press a like if you understand what I say, and I hope to see you at my channel. Thank you for your support.